there everybody, welcome back to the YouTube channel of JJ Prime Reviews. And today we'll be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy Evolution Voyager class Decepticon Bludgeon. Well, Comic Universe Bludgeon to be exact. Yes, this is meant to be the IDW Bludgeon, although a little bit inaccurate in many places, but We'll talk about that in a little bit. But before we take a deeper look at this figure, we're going to show some various images of the packaging itself. So let's get it on, man. Let's go! And here we have Comic Universe Bludgeon fully transformed into his Cybertronian tank mode, and it looks pretty good, you know. Even though that this figure is indeed a recolor, slight retool of Tarn, it still looks pretty good in my opinion. You know, I know it's not accurate to the actual design in the comics, but I don't care. It still looks very good. It looks like a Decepticon tank, and he looks ready to kill some Autobots while he's driving along the ground. So yeah, I mean, I love the colors. I absolutely love the orange and the green. You know, it works for Bludgeon. You know, it has the darker red as well. And the cannons are cast in the translucent orange plastic, just painted over with the orange, the silver, and the black. And yeah, it still looks pretty good. You know, definitely could use a bit more paint on the sides, like on the sides of the robot mode feet, because this orange, I'm so sorry. I just burped there. This orange section here, it's gonna be his robot mode feet, and they could have used a bit more paint. As one of my main critiques about this figure, could use a bit more paint. And in alt mode, you have the visible fists hanging out, and you have the knee panels just hanging out right there. Would have wished for these panels to flip down on a hinge. That would have made the alt mode a bit cleaner, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, they definitely could have they could have hidden the fist away a bit more, but it's okay. You know, they kind of blend in with these gray bits here, because this is in gray, so they kind of blend in actually, which is funny. But yeah, sadly he doesn't have rolling wheels, so he can't really roll around on the table, but it's okay, it is what it is. And again, my light has died. What is wrong with this light? Every time this light will die on me, I don't know. You know what? I really don't care about this light anymore. There we go. Yeesh. But yeah, still, you know, it's a straight recolor of Tarn in alt mode, but I still think that this works for Bludgeon, in my opinion. It just looks good. It looks nice. It still looks very, very nice in these colors. So yeah. But there we go. So let us bring in the only comparison that we're gonna bring in today, which is with the original version of the mold Tarn. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see how they look together. And you know, yeah, I mean, the alt mode is pretty much the same thing. It's just in different colors, but I love this alt mode, so I don't mind owning it again as Bludgeon. So yeah, very, very nice, very, very cool. You can see these two just driving together on the road, and they will destroy some Autobots, I guess. But yeah, hey, I can imagine seeing these two work together and just destroy some Autobots, right? So yeah, very nice, very, very nice. So alright, so that's pretty much it for the alt mode comparisons right here. Now, of course, you can have a little bit of articulation in tank mode. You know, this turret section can rotate a full 360, and these cannons here can move up a little bit, only a little bit, before this gets in the way. But yeah, it can move up a little bit, can move down a little bit. And that's basically it for the articulation in tank mode. You can untab these and rotate them outward if you really want to. And that's pretty much it for the articulation in tank mode. Well, articulation in tank mode. Now, it does include one accessory, and that is very important for Bludgeon to have. It is his sword. It is his sword. It looks like a what are those Japanese swords called? I totally forgot what those Japanese swords called. I'm so sorry. Katana. Ah, there we go. Katana. His katana. Yeah, it looks like a katana sword, and it looks really cool. I really like the design of the sword here. Nice super paint on the blade, and a nice long handle so that you can actually hold the sword in two hands. You know, when we get into robot mode, I can show that off, and yeah, it looks very nice. There are a couple ways for you to store this this sword here on tank mode. You can use these ports if you really want to, so you can just plug it in here, or plug it in here, or you can use this port here, you can plug it in here. But you know, me personally, I'm just gonna plug this sword onto the center port on top. And you know, he's gonna be very dangerous because he's gonna maybe shoot the blade at an Autobot, and he's gonna impale the Autobot with the sword. I don't know what that will accomplish, but hey, I guess he'll be able to kill some Autobots as he's driving around. You know, he can just poke them, just stab them on the back. Anyway, but there we go. Yeah, very nice. So yeah. There we go. That is, I think we're done with the alt mode here. We're done with the tank mode. So now it is time to transform this Bludgeon here into his robot mode. Now what I would like to do first is just remove the cannon altogether, and right now I like to just rotate this around like that, and just put it off to the side for now, and we shall begin. So I need to zoom out a little bit more so you can see what I am doing. So we can take the robot mode legs and just untab them and just free that up a little bit, and then you want to take the treads here, you want to untab this section right here and just untab this, and just bring around, tab in and flip in, tab that in, and there we go, we got that done. So now do the same thing on the other side, just untab this, untab all this, bring this in, tab it in, and flip this in, and there we go. Now we can take the arms here, and this will untab from that tab on the leg right there. Just untab it, untab that, and there we go. Now we can take the legs, and again the light has died. I don't know why the light has died again. Every time. So you know what? I don't really care. You know, I'm just not gonna waste time fixing this silly light that doesn't want to be fixed or anyway. So just unfold the legs, unfold the legs like that, and just flip out the feet, and we can stand him up. So I need to raise up the camera, so I will be right back. Okay, we are at the top floor, and I fixed the light. I hope it stays fixed. Anyway, so what you want to do next is to you want to untab this section right here. Just untab all this and just rotate this around, just like that. And you can take these little cannons and swing them out, swing them around, and they will tab into those little tabs right here. So just tap them in right there. And then you want to take the chest piece, bring it down like that, like right now, and then you can rotate this tread piece right here, rotate this tread piece, and then bring out his head as well, and bring out his head, and rotate the tread piece all the way until you can push them in to the body like that, and then bring down the chest, that will clip into place, and bring out his head all the way, and there we have that done. So now we can rotate his arms around, and again the light has died. Why every time? But anyway, I'm gonna fix it later. Anyway, so just rotate this panel around, rotate the fist around, and rotate the arm around, rotate this panel around, rotate the fist around, and then the last step is to tab this backpack onto those two slots right there. So just bring this up on the double hinge, and that will tab in right there, and we're almost done. We just need to add the finishing touch here with the cannon here. So just bring in the cannon, and we shall put this onto this port. You can put this on this port if you really want to, but for me, I like to put this onto this port because I feel like it's more comfortable for him. So, but there's another thing. You can display Bludgeon with, you know, this cannon in another way to make him more distinct from Tarn. But for now, we're just gonna put this onto his arm, and there we go. There is Bludgeon, fully transformed into his robot mode. And you know what? I very much dig the robot mode here for Bludgeon. I personally think it works. You know, the mold works for Bludgeon. It looks very good. You know, it's a very clean transformation. And I've always loved this mold, so I don't really mind owning it again as Bludgeon, you know. I know it's inaccurate to the actual design in the comics here, but honestly, personally, I just don't care. Because I have had a lot of characters who are straight recolors of other characters. Take Combining Wars, for example. So, yeah, but I don't mind this. I don't mind this. You know, he has that Bludgeon head sculpt. Like, let's just take a look at the Bludgeon head sculpt here. That looks so good. That looks like Bludgeon. It looks like Comic Universe Bludgeon, and I love that. You know, I love the skull face there. I love it. I love it so much. It looks good. It looks very, very good. It looks very nicely done, and the chest is very reminiscent of the skull chest that he usually has. You know, you can see the eyes and you know, the skull noses, the nose holes. I don't know. you could technically see a skull there in the chest area, but yeah, it looks very good. It looks very good in my opinion. And about this figure though, I really wish he had more paint in the leg area. The feet are just a little bit plain for my liking. That's my main critique about this figure, just a lack of paint in the legs. And also the crotch plate. But otherwise, I very much dig the robot mode here. I love the colors, the orange, the green, and the reds. That is so Bludgeon. I love it, I love it, I love it. So yeah, very, very nice. Very, very nicely done, in my opinion. Just wish he had more paint in the leg, in the crotch and the legs. You know, would have been nice. But yeah. Yeah, it's you know, it's just Tarn in a different color with a new head. So yeah. Me personally, you know what I like to do with Bludgeon here, how I like to display him, is that I would take the cannon here. He's not gonna have an arm cannon, no, because the arm cannon is only for Tarn to have. What I'm gonna do is just rotate these cannons around. Just rotate these cannons around back into tank mode configuration, and I would just plug this on. I'm just gonna rotate this around like so, and just gonna plug this on like that. And I'm just gonna give the Bludgeon the back guns right here for his backpack, I guess. So I'm just gonna give Bludgeon this, and you know what? That looks so much better. That looks so much better. I think I prefer this for Bludgeon. Yeah, I prefer this look for Bludgeon. Yeah. I mean, I think Bludgeon is meant to have the cannons on his back, and I pretty much dig this. I do like this better. Like this so much better. Anyway, so articulation is, you know, it's Tarn's articulation, but hey, good articulation here. So the head, due to the way the head is molded, he can't do a full 360, unfortunately. The head can move up a little bit, can look down a little bit. The shoulders can rotate a full 360, can move in and out. They have a bicep swivel, elbow joint, wrist rotation, and hands that can open and close, which is really nice. I like that. He has a waist rotation. Legs can move up the far, can move back. Wait, can move back that far. You know, if you move these out of the way, the legs can move outward. Almost can do the full splits there. He does have a thigh swivel. He has a knee joint, but if you untab this section right here, you get a double knee bend, the full knee bend right there. But there we go. He's meant to have a single joint. There's ankle tiltage. I like that. The feet can move downward and up like so. So there we go. There's a lot of articulation here for man, I almost got this guy Tarn. This guy's Bludgeon. His name is Bludgeon. His name is Bludgeon. So now he can hold his sword. Now the one thing that I did say that I was going to show off how he can hold the sword in his two hands. So basically, just bring this arm up, and then just plug this sword into the one hand, and then you can bring this arm up again, and then just plug this onto the other hand, and there we go. There is Bludgeon holding his sword in two hands, and that is cool. I like that. You know, I very much dig this. Oh man, I really like this. I like this so much. This is why I absolutely love Bludgeon, because he can hold the sword with two hands. That's awesome. That's amazing. I love this. I love this so freaking much, man. Wow. Wow. Just, yeah, this is the best selling point here. This is the selling point. You know, if Bludgeon, I was like, okay, before I buy Bludgeon, I need to research on this figure a bit more, and whether this guy can hold the sword in two hands. I've watched reviews, and yes, he can. And now I bought him, and he can do the thing. He can hold the sword in two hands. That is wonderful. That is absolutely wonderful. I love that. I absolutely love that so freaking much. So, alright, let us move on to the comparisons. Now, of course, the only comparison I'm going to use here is with the original version of the mold, Tarn. And, yeah, I mean, it's Tarn with a different head and different colors, but again, I very much like this mold, so I don't think it looks bad for Bludgeon. It works for Bludgeon, in my opinion. As always, agree to disagree. Now, what I appreciate about Tarn is they actually painted the feet and the leg area a little bit more here, but with Bludgeon, they didn't do that, unfortunately. So that's why I said that the lack of paint and the crotch area, you know, is one of my main critiques about this figure. But otherwise, just, yeah, I mean, it's the same toy, but you know, hey, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. You know, I've done this a couple times. I've done this a few times already when I bought figures of the same mold. So yeah, but there we go. There we go. That is pretty much it for the robot mode comparisons right here. Okay, so here are my final thoughts on the Transformers Legacy Evolution Voyager class Bludgeon. And you know, it's just Tarn with a different head, different colors, you know, with a new sword and everything. But it's still a very nicely done figure. It's still a solid figure in my opinion. You know, the robot mode looks good, the alt mode looks good, the transformation is very fun, enjoyable, it works with you, so I got no issues there with the transformation. Articulation is very well done. You know, I love that. I love the fact that he has opening and closing hands, and you know, he has a lot of joints on him so that he can actually be posed like this. That is amazing. That's the best selling point in my opinion. So yeah, the head sculpt is great. It's a great head sculpt. I love that head sculpt. It's very Bludgeon. It's very IDW Bludgeon, and I love it. And you know, to distinct him further from Tarn, I put the cannons on the back instead of on the arm. You know, I think this looks way better for Bludgeon. So that's just me. That's just my personal preference. But hey, display your figure however you wish. I love the colors. You know, the orange, the greens, and the reds. My main critiques about this figure is that the legs here are a little bit plain, especially the feet. So definitely could have used a bit more paint. And of course, in the alt mode, those visible hands are just ridiculous. So definitely could have used that. They definitely could have hidden them away a bit better. But all in all, though, it's still a very nicely done figure in my opinion. Yeah, I know it's not accurate to the actual design from the comics, but I personally do not care. It's still a solid Bludgeon figure in my opinion, and I'm very happy to have him as part of my Decepticon army. So, alright, so if I were to rank this guy from a scale of 1 to 10, I think I'm going to give him a good 8 out of 10. He does deserve that. I think he deserves that score. You know, with the lack of paint and those visible hands in tank mode. That's why he's not getting a 10 out of 10. He's only getting an 8, but overall, still a good score. So, and I still quite like this figure for what he is. So, alright, so I think that's pretty much it for today's video review. So ladies and gentlemen, if you are completely new to the channel, go ahead and click that subscribe button down below. And while you're at it, click that notification bell icon down below as well, so that you will know when my new videos are up and ready. And there is a link to the Legacy Reviews playlist in the description down below, so you can check out that playlist if you really want to. And I think that's pretty much it for me to say. So there you have the Transformers Legacy Evolution Voyager class Bludgeon. And this is JJ Prime signing off. Peace out to all one, and I'll see you guys next time. Oh yeah!
Greetings, Transformers fans. My name is Alita1. I would like to thank you for watching JJ Prime Reviews. If you would like to see more reviews, live unboxings, or even tutorials on the channel, hit the subscribe button and smash that bell icon to get notified when a new video is uploaded on the channel. Thank you, and see you next time. Till all are one.